Hi everyone. I'm watching this. Well, I'm watching this before Eurovision. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's an experience, and I'm just hoping that the UK finally gets more than 1 point and doesn't finish last. But anyway, before we get into this episode, I just want to put a I want to reiterate that I actually have seen this episode. I paused it at the 58-minute mark, went away, my computer shut off after a period of time. I thought it had saved that recording. I just had to record the other 28 minutes. No, it only recorded the last part. So I'm having to re record this. So I'm technically watching this again, which is frustrating because I wanted to be on episode 9 already and up to episode 10. Because they're pretty long. I really like this show, but they are pretty long and it's very draining. Like episode 8 drained me from what I remember. I left it for a couple of weeks, so I don't remember everything, but I'm just a bit frustrated that it didn't record. I really wanted to get into episode 8 from what I remember because I know that the so-called antagonists have the upper hand throughout most of this episode. So I apologize if I don't seem that enthusiastic at moments or I talk about things repetitively, but it's because I've seen it. I just want to give you a heads up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It means a lot if you like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm, and I need that. Plus, if you do want to watch full reactions or early reactions, then you can head on to my Patreon. Um, yeah, if you want to. Let's just go for it. Let's quickly talk about the vigilante person. I really do want to hear everyone's thoughts on the episode as a whole because I do think episode 8 is actually very strong. Now that I've watched it back again, it's extremely tiring. That's what I said the first time. I don't think it would be as tiring if I wasn't doing reactions, but um, I'm in a lot of pain, so maybe that's why it's tiring. That martyr vigilante. No, he's not a martyr. That vigilante at the end irritates me to my soul. But it's intentional. We saw him already. Do you remember how he loved Kang Yohan and he was by his side? And now look, all of a sudden, blame the foreigners. Blame someone from a different country because it's easier than to look into your own flaws of your own country. But plus, what bugs me about that moment, from a filming perspective and a logical perspective, is there are people around him with weapons. There are people filming. There are people who could have filmed him watching this scenario where they're beating up the foreigners. I kind of want that mixed in. I hope someone did film it because I would be really irritated if someone doesn't because it makes no sense. Someone would have filmed that. Everyone loves to be on their phones. But that was a great moment of looking at how the switch in tone and what's going on here. Plus, we judge all. We'll see where she goes because we knew she was going to turn. She's easily manipulated. She just wants to be in the limelight, doesn't she? But she spoke about her childhood and where she grew up from, so it makes sense. But yeah, I'm wondering how badly she gets and if maybe she turns back at the end. So it's always curious how people are going to turn. But yeah, that ending always gets to me because I worry for the police officer. I don't want her to be hurt because she's already been hurt. I just don't know what happens because if she shoots him and kills him, also the police are bad. The police are this. It's a slippery slope, and people have started to pick their sides. And this is where now friends become enemies. Let's find out in the next episode.